Gemini said welcome back to the world of treasure hunting and rare coin collecting, where we turn ordinary pocket change into potential fortunes. Today we are looking at a coin that is likely sitting in your spare change jar right now but holds secrets that could be worth thousands or even more. We are talking about the 1993 D. Lincoln Memorial Penny. While billions were made at the Denver Mint, most are only worth a cent, but the rare versions and the hidden errors are the ones making headlines in the numismatic world. The year 1993 was a standard production year for the United States Mint, but for collectors it represents a period of fascinating variety and specific minting errors. The 1993 D penny features the classic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The D mint mark clearly indicates it was struck in Denver. What makes this specific year so challenging for collectors is that these coins were made of zinc with a thin copper coating. Because zinc is prone to corrosion and bubbling, finding a 1993 D penny in flawless condition is incredibly difficult. If you have a 1993 D penny that looks like it just came out of a fresh mint bag, you need to look closer. In the world of high-grade coins, condition is everything. Most circulated pennies are only worth face value, but if your coin is in what experts call super gem condition, it becomes extremely valuable. A 1993 D Lincoln cent graded as Mint State 69 red is a true rarity. In fact, auction records have shown these top-tier specimens selling for over $4,000. Collector sets and registry participants are always looking for these perfect coins to complete their collections, and they are willing to pay a premium for perfection. But the real excitement for many hunters lies in the variety and error coins, which can push the value into another category entirely. One of the most sought-after varieties is the close AM versus wide AM spacing. On the reverse of the penny, look at the word America. In 1993, the letters A and M should be close together. While the 1992 close AM is the legendary million-dollar find, collectors still keep a sharp eye on 1993 for any transitional errors where a proof die might have been used on a business strike coin by mistake. Beyond the letter spacing, you must look for major striking errors that defy the odds. There are documented cases of the 1993 D penny being struck on a dime planchet. Imagine finding a copper-colored Lincoln design but on a smaller, thinner silver-colored disc. These types of wrong planchet errors are rare and can fetch massive prices at specialized auctions. We also look for the double die obverse, where you might see clear doubling in the word Liberty or the date 1993. Even a small repunched mint mark or a major off-center strike can turn a common penny into a collector item worth hundreds of dollars. To check your own collection for these treasures, start by getting a high-quality magnifying glass or a digital microscope. Examine the surfaces for any signs of doubling or unusual spacing in the inscriptions. Remember to never clean your coins, as any chemical or abrasive cleaning will immediately destroy the collector value and turn a potential gold mine into a common cent. Keep your coins in a cool, dry place to prevent the zinc from corroding. The 1993 D Lincoln penny reminds us that value is often hidden in plain sight. Whether it is a flawless specimen or a unique minting mistake, these small pieces of history carry a story far bigger than their face value. Keep searching your change and checking those old coin rolls, because the next big discovery could be right in your hands. Thank you for joining us today, and be sure to like and subscribe for more insights into the hidden value of American currency, where we explore the hidden fortunes waiting to be found in your everyday pocket change. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1991 Lincoln penny. While most people see a common copper-colored cent worth only 1 penny, collectors and investors are searching for specific versions that are worth a massive amount of money. This year is particularly interesting because it represents a time when the United States Mint was producing billions of coins, yet a few rare errors and high-grade specimens managed to slip through the cracks and into the hands of lucky finders. The history of the Lincoln penny started all the way back in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln. By the time we reached 1991, the design had been a staple of American currency for over 80 years. The 1991 penny features the classic profile of President Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. In 1991, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 5 billion of these coins, while the Denver Mint struck over 4 billion more. With nearly 10 billion pennies entering circulation that year, you might wonder how any of them could ever be worth millions of dollars. The secret to massive value lies in 3 distinct categories, which are condition, rarity, and significant minting errors. Most pennies you find in your change today are worn down from being handled by thousands of people. However, if you come across a 1991 Lincoln penny that looks like it was just struck today with a deep red copper luster and zero scratches, you are looking at a potential gold mine. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC use a 70-point scale to judge a coin. A common 1991 penny is worth 1 cent, but a 1991 penny graded at a perfect mint state 69 or 70 can sell for thousands of dollars because they are incredibly difficult to find in such flawless condition. Now let us talk about the million-dollar potential and the errors that make collectors go crazy. One of the most sought-after errors for the 1991 cent is the double die strike. This happens when the coin die is struck twice with a slight offset, creating a ghosting or doubling effect on the letters or the date. Look very closely at the word Liberty or the year 1991. If you see clear doubling in the numbers or the copper lines, you have found a coin that could be worth a small fortune. Another massive value error is a wrong planchet strike. This is when a 1991 Lincoln design is accidentally stamped onto a metal blank intended for a different coin like a dime or a foreign currency blank. These are one-of-a-kind mistakes that have been known to reach astronomical prices at high-end auctions. Beyond the doubling and wrong metals, we also look for what is called a broad strike or a multi-strike error. A broad strike happens when the collar that holds the coin in place during minting fails and the penny spreads out like a pancake. A multi-strike error occurs when the penny is hit by the machinery several times, creating a distorted and unique shape. Because these coins are so rare and visually striking, they represent the ultimate prize for serious numismatists. Some rare error pennies from the 1990s have been estimated at huge values because they are basically impossible to find in the wild. If you want to start hunting for these treasures yourself, the first rule is to never clean your coins. Scrubbing a penny with soap or metal polish will immediately destroy its collector value. Instead, get a high-quality magnifying glass or a digital microscope to inspect the fine details of the date and the mint mark. If you find a 1991 penny with a D below the date, that means it was made in Denver. If there is no letter, it was made in Philadelphia. Both locations have the potential for errors, so check every single one you find. The 1991 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how wealth can be hidden in plain sight. It serves as a reminder of American history and the incredible precision of the United States Mint. Somewhere out there, a $1 million penny might be sitting in a jar on a kitchen counter or lost in the cushions of a sofa. Keep your eyes open and stay dedicated to the hunt, because the next big discovery could be yours. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more daily insights into the world of rare coins and hidden wealth. Welcome to another exciting episode of our Rare Coin series, where we dive deep into the hidden treasures waiting to be discovered in your everyday pocket change. Today, we are focusing on a coin that many of you might have seen, but very few actually understand the true potential of. We are talking about the 1977 Lincoln penny, specifically the versions that have collectors and investors buzzing with excitement. While billions of these pennies were minted and most are only worth 1 cent, there are specific versions and rare errors from that year that are worth a massive amount of money to serious collectors. The year 1977 was a significant time for the United States Mint. During this era, the Mint was producing millions of coins to keep up with the demands of the growing economy. The Lincoln Memorial design, which started in 1959, was still going strong on the reverse of the coin. This design features the iconic building in Washington, D.C., and if you look very closely with a magnifying glass, you can actually see the tiny figure of Abraham Lincoln sitting inside the memorial. On the front of the coin, we have the classic portrait of Lincoln that has been a staple of American currency for over 100 years. Now let us get into why the 1977 penny is so significant. In 1977, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 4 billion of these pennies. Because the mintage was so high, most of the coins you find in your spare change jars today will only be worth their face value. However, the market for high-grade coins has exploded recently. If you happen to find a 1977 penny that looks like it just came off the press with absolutely no scratches or bag marks, you could be looking at a significant profit. Coins graded at mint state 67 or 68 by professional services like PCGS or NGC can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at high-end auctions because they are so difficult to find in perfect condition. But the real life-changing money comes from the rare mint errors. This is where the talk of millions of dollars begins. Collectors are constantly searching for what we call transitional errors or wrong planchet errors. Imagine if a 1977 Lincoln design was accidentally struck on a planchet intended for a different coin or a leftover silver blank from a previous year. These types of unique mistakes are the holy grail of numismatics. Another major error to look for is the double die obverse. Look closely at the date 1977 and the words "In God We Trust." If you see a clear doubling of the lines or letters, you have found a coin that every major investor wants to own. The world of coin collecting value is driven by two things, which are rarity and demand. There are stories of rare pennies selling for staggering prices because they represent a piece of history that should not exist. When a coin has a major structural error like a broad strike where the coin is flattened out or a multi-struck error where the design is stamped several times, it becomes a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Some of these error pennies have been known to reach astronomical values in private collections because they are impossible to replicate and represent a true mistake by the United States government. If you want to know if your 1977 Lincoln penny is worth more than 1 cent, you need to follow a few simple steps. First, do not clean your coin. Cleaning a rare coin actually destroys its value and makes it worthless to professionals. Second, use a magnifying glass to check the date and the fine details of Lincoln's hair and the memorial building. Look for anything that looks out of place or unusual, like a strange texture or a different metallic color. Finally, if you think you have a winner, you should consider having it appraised by a reputable coin dealer or sending it in for professional grading. The 1977 Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of copper and zinc used for small transactions. It is a tribute to American history and a potential gold mine for those who know what to look for. Check your jars and check your couch cushions, because you never know when $1 million treasure might be sitting right in the palm of your hand. Thank you for watching, and make sure to keep your eyes peeled for the next big find. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily coin values and treasure hunting tips.